It's always funny because they always use the content of the descriptions of our episodes too. Whenever they're talking
Yeah.
about like, it's always the descriptions of the episodes. So I'm always sitting there. I'm like, wait, I've heard this line before. I've heard this specific bit before, and then I remember, oh yeah, it's because I wrote it in the description. The one we got yesterday was
Funny.
hilarious though, because that one was literally just ripped straight, like down to addressing us as Salt and Keegan,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is just fantastic.
Zero attention paid.
And I'm the man
I
behind the
finally
slaughter.
read. So true. I finally read the last. It's the final lab newspaper, whatever.
Oh,
article
wait, is it
issue.
the last one ever?
Yeah, they announced it. I think they like the Kickstarter was very, hey, this is probably the end. But in the thing, in the like, editor's page, they're like, yeah, this is the last one. They have a Patreon, so it's gonna like still do some kind of stuff, but they're not gonna do another newspaper. But Wimberly did an interview with ChatGPT where he was trying to get ChatGPT to talk about like work, like labor rights and stuff, and it like got very circular. And he was like trying to prompt it to get it to say stuff. It's like, it sucks so bad. I mean, like, whatever. The interviewing ChatGPT is stupid, I think, but like, whatever. It's mostly benign. He's trying to do a thing. Then I get what he's trying to do. But
the thing about
the
interviewing
actual writing
ChatGPT is like, do you remember that chatbot from the mid 2010s? I forget what it was called, but it was basically like a really rudimentary chatbot. And I remember
think maybe,
in high school.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know specifics.
Oh God, I forget what it was called.
No.
Something Speak maybe, or something bot. Chatterbot? No. Something stupid. Anyway, the thing is, I remember in high school a lot of people were trying to break it, by talking to it and just seeing what was available. And it's funny because like I see these pieces about trying to talk to ChatGPT, and it all sounds the same as that rudimentary chatbot from like a decade ago.
Yeah, no, it just the big thing for me is it sucks to read ChatGPT writing, and I don't understand how anybody like has any amount of like, I will never get through whatever ChatGPT writes to me if I were to ask it a question, because I was reading that interview and I was like, this fucking sucks. And even like Wimberly at a certain point is just like, man, all you just know how to do bullet points, huh? Like you just know how to like, that's all you do. And
that's a great question. Here are some ways I would probably respond to that.
That's exactly. And it was like, hey, could you cite sources? And it's like, I am not allowed to cite sources. He's like, that sucks. We're talking about worker rights, and like you can't cite any sources. And it's fine. It's like the worst piece inside of that lab, issue or whatever. But it was so dull. And I'm just like, that sucks. I don't even remember why you made me think of that. But it's just all the AI emails.
Right. The AI
It's the
emails,
same stuff. Yeah. It's the same thing.
It's all regurgitation.
That sucks that you can't listen to anything. That sucks that you can't listen on the job anymore. I'm sorry. Your welding lines were getting too crooked from laughing at our great jokes, is what was happening, I bet.
Yeah, all those jokes that I was making off the cusp.
Yeah.
I'm always distracting just like the teachers would tell my parents, he always finishes quick and distracts others.
They keep saying that,
which is a weird thing to say about a ninth grader, but Thankfully, they weren't saying that about me in college. So,
I think I'm technically not allowed to listen to anything at work. I think that is technically a rule, but nobody listens. Nobody follows that rule.
Yeah, Salt was asking about doing a video portion, i.e., turning on our webcams, which I don't have right now because it's at work. The only working webcam I have is at work right now. And,
my setup is weird for that, but I could make it work.
It just reminded me. I hate Teams. I hate Teams
it's terrible. Lot. It's awful. Yeah.
However, I think one of the greatest things about the Microsoft Teams experience is the avatars.
The worst part is the avatars?
I love the avatars. I love
Oh, okay.
using it's like the Xbox avatars, right? Dress
Oh
them
yeah.
up.
Okay.
There was one time where I dressed up my avatar that I use for work, and I'm interfacing with directors and managers and so on and so forth, and my avatar is dressed like the guy from Curious George.
Okay.
You know the well, I
Man in the
forget
Hat.
what his name
He
is.
has no
Man in the
name,
Hat.
right?
Man in the Hat.
It's
Yeah,
Man in the
yeah.
Hat.
Guys, we're doing some wiki searching right now.
Already? No. No. No.
Hold on, Curious George, Man
Man in the
in
yellow
Hat
hat. That's what's up.
name.
That's what's up. Man in the yellow hat.
Oh,
Also,
he has okay. So hold on. In the original books, he has no name. He is just the Man in the yellow hat. However,
no.
in the
Fuck you.
2006 animated movie, he is given the name Ted Shackelford.
That's stupid.
But yes, I
I
dressed
don't
up like
agree.
the Man in the yellow hat, and I went to an official meeting at work.
That's cool.
His
name isn't Ted Shackelford, it's Stanley Ipkiss.
Okay.
Okay. Isn't that Flat Stanley? From the Flat Stanley series of books?
That's the name of Jim Carrey's character in The Mask. He's the man in the yellow hat.
Stanley Ipkiss. Oh, yes. No, unfortunately, they don't allow you to be green in Microsoft Teams. That's one of the things. You can be any other color, actually.
Well,
Green is just not one of them.
to come back.
They can't do one of those conservative speeches. I don't care if you're blue, purple, or green.
You could be a white guy wearing
Hogan?
Yeah,
like not that it was totally inappropriate, but the vibe was right. Wait, Saul, don't forget to start recording.
Yes, start recording.
Of course.
Yeah, so you could be a white guy in a kufi in Microsoft Teams, but you can't be green.
Okay.
You can't be green though. But you can also look like one of the vampires from Interview with a Vampire as a brown guy, and no one will question it. And I think that would have been great if Discord had an option to make our own avatars. Discord, instead of investing in all sorts of AI bullshit, just make avatars. It's so easy. It's so easy. But alas.
Just to let the record show, my recording situation is still stupid, but it's not as stupid as it once was. I do not record in a box under a blanket anymore. I do have a Gunner box with some foam padding and stuff. It's a real
Bill Clinton ass shit right here.
It's a real.
I did not have sexual relations with that box.
Set up for poor people. Okay.
I did not record in a goon box.
I did. I am still. I think it's still accurate to say that I recorded in Goon Box only because we already called it a Goon Box, so it continues to have that name. However, no blanket is involved, and
no blanket is involved. I go in raw this time. These days I go in raw.
Ugh.
It's at my kitchen table.
No protection. No protection needed.
Like so now we can call this a Kitchen Table Issues podcast because of Keegan.
Yeah,
thanks, Keegan.
So true. You're right.
Okay. Well, I think it's time for a proper intro to this episode. So welcome back to Midnight Grappler Animals. Welcome back to this live stage. That's right, this is a live episode, and it's our second ever Tastebreakers grab bag episode. That's right, it's an episode where we talk about things from this year that we wouldn't actually recommend. Not even necessarily bad things, but experiences we've had, things we've seen, heard, played, stuff that we would not recommend that you, the viewer, would check out. Because we do the Tastemakers grab bag, where we recommend things so often. And frankly, there are times when you experience things and you're like, damn, I wish I could tell people not to do that. So this is our opportunity to do that. And also hear from you, the viewers who are in the chat right now, about what you wouldn't recommend. But before we start, my co-hosts Keegan, Salt, are you guys ready? Do you have a list of things? How big's your list?
I have a list of things and a question.
A question. Okay. Ooh.
All right. Oh, are you ready? Are we ready? Ready for
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
If we're starting with a question, then let's start with sure.
Are we saying only items and media and experience that happened this year, or stuff that we experienced this year? Because that could include like old movies. Otherwise,
I've
Mine is
decided to
experience
go with
this year.
things this year, experience this year, because there's I think one thing from my list that wasn't from this year.
Okay,
So
got it.
anything you've experienced this year that you wouldn't recommend.
Got it.
So with that being said, how big is your list?
Right now, my list is 5 items, but I can probably make it longer
Wow.
knowing that rule.
Okay, 5.
Wow.
Keegan, what about you?
I have like 2 solid ones. That's kind of
Okay.
it. But I feel like through discussion there may be more. But I have 2 that I feel very strongly about.
I think I have. And this is the interesting thing. I have 6 things on my list right now, but when you said things that you feel strongly about, I really only 2 made me feel
Well,
very strongly.
I want to hear
on this
everything
list.
you guys listed.
But we'll go
I
through
just-
everything. We'll do a round robin. One each. We'll talk about it. So who wants to go first?
Well, Keegan should go first because he's feeling strong.
Okay. I can start. Okay. So last year, I'll start with last year because last year I made the announcement that I didn't want to do any more stupid fuck ass reading projects, and I very quickly realized that was a stupid thing to think, right? Because it's like I find myself doing this naturally. And part of that was, I read a bunch of Snyder bullshit before Absolute Batman. I read the Kelly Thompson bullshit and Jason Aaron bullshit all before their Absolute books launched. To see if it affected my enjoyment of their various books. And then once I did that, I opened a very stupid door, because I realized I never gave Morrison a real chance. I read a lot of Morrison stuff. Like Multiversity was my first monthly Morrison, which feels really stupid, right? Feels like you should have read. I liked Multiversity a lot, so it's not like I put it on the back leg or anything like that. Really, I really like that book. But then I was like, you know what? If I did that for Snyder, I should do that for Morrison, right? And so I got to Justice League, and I'm standing on ground. I said this last year. Justice League is a bad comic. There's no such thing as a good Justice League comic. There's no such thing as a good one.
You're really whittling
Morrison
down
Porter
the
Justice League is
okay.
fine. Morrison, it's fine. But I feel very strongly that Justice League is a bad ongoing comic. Just fully.
You mean like
I don't
in its entire history?
Yeah.
I mean,
if you're pitching me a Justice League comic,
name a good
ongoing
Justice League.
Ongoing.
Yeah, ongoing.
Also, I'm going to specifically say because like events.
Oh, I can't name one. I'm not arguing.
No,
I think it's awesome
right.
how big
They're
you're going with this.
terrible.
Well,
This is great.
an invitation. This is the invitation to the listeners. Listeners, if you can name us some good JLA runs, entire runs, not individual stories, runs. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. Justice League is a bad ongoing comic. Events are good. Events are fine. I understand the purpose of events. DCKO is kind of fun. It's basically a Justice League comic, but it's not an ongoing. You can't tell like 5 years of good Justice League stories. Also, if you do want to, just make it an Avengers book, and now suddenly it's good. Suddenly, baby, you're cooking. And so that's my Tastebreaker. Justice League sucks. Justice League sucks. Comics suck. I am still open to reading
just
JLI.
As a franchise. just as a franchise.
I'm open. Yeah. No good stories. They're wasted. It's wasted effort.
You should be open to reading
there's
JLI, though. I completely forgot about JLI until
I
you
will be
mentioned
reading
it
it
right
next year. At some point, I will be reading
There's
JLI.
a beauty to this take, Keegan.
Okay. Thank you.
It was like less than a year ago, we were saying that Barry Allen was one of the worst characters in comics. And Barry Allen leads directly to the Justice League.
Right. Yeah.
So this is full circle.
Yeah. I think this is a take that's just developed across the last year of podcasting for sure. Because actually, this is part 2 of my Justice League, my specifically Grant Morrison Justice League take. I know I'm tired of everybody copying Grant Morrison's Justice League to make their new comics, right? You have 3 distinct people making basically the same run in the 2010s. You got Hickman doing Avengers. You've got Scott Snyder, Justice League, and you've got Jason Aaron, Avengers. All three are riffing on Morrison Justice League. And you know what? I like them all three more. I like all three of them more. Am I saying Hickman Avengers is a good comic? Am I saying the other two are good? Not really. That's not really what I'm saying. We don't need you. Go home.
But in terms of lesser of two evils,
I think I like them more.
Okay.
And they're newer. So it's like, they're ideating on stuff. It's a little more complex. It's a little less choppy, I think. But Justice League just kind of sucks across the board. Just get it out of here. I don't want Justice League ongoings anymore. Don't give me an absolute Justice League. I don't want it. I don't want it. Just don't do it.
Upset.
You're gonna get an absolute Justice League for one shot where everyone dies.
I'm fine with that. Let it be the end of that.
It's a good way to end things out, I think. Yeah, absolute endgame. Okay,
that sounds disgusting.
Salt, your choice next. I'm preempting something that I feel might be on your list, and I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm keeping it there.
What does that even mean?
Don't worry, we'll see when we get there, if we get there.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my one thing not from this year, but it's from 2024, so it's fairly recent, and that is James Mangold's Complete Unknown. It stinks.
Wow.
Thank you for freeing me from wanting to see that.
It's funny because I've been watching a couple bit of James Mangold movies recently, and I can totally see how a Complete Unknown would have sucked. I can totally see it.
Elaborate on that.
I watched Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny last week. I would say it is marginally better than the fourth movie. Just because, it doesn't delve.
Thank you. That's refreshing. I haven't seen it, but I like to hear that.
Yeah.
There's so many people.
Just because it doesn't have the ancient aliens racism bits. That's the
fair.
It's unfortunate, when you're looking at the Indiana Jones franchise, it's unfortunate that like the bar for being one of the good ones is don't be racist. Right. And it's not like, and it's not like, the first and the third movies don't have bits to them that are racist. Like, for instance, Salah's whole thing, right? However, Dial of Destiny, by comparison, feels incredibly tame. Nothing really in there that I would even remotely call racist. But it's just such a bland movie. I just can't. I don't know.
Of bland.
A Complete Unknown.
Yeah, in the chat, J-Pop said, "Why did a Complete Unknown need to exist when you have Walk Hard?" And that's it exactly. I've not been a big fan of Timothée Chalamet in a lot of his roles, but I thought he did great with what he was given in A Complete Unknown. I think all the cast is fine, but it's the biopic itself that's such a cursed a format, especially the music biopic. It's so rote, it's so played out.
Salt, riddle me this: would it have been better if he was a monkey? Also, holy shit, Rob Reiner dead? What the fuck? This is the beauty of doing an episode live, folks. Apparently, Rob Reiner's dead.
What?
Anyway,
this is this podcast's 9/11.
Anyway, would it have been better if Timothée Chalamet was a monkey?
It would have been way better. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, I guess
R.I.P. Rob.
R.I.P. Rob. Sorry, Rob Reiner.
Rob.
Go watch Better Man.
All right, I'll go watch Better Man and get back to you.
Okay.
All right, that's my thing. What do you got, Lance?
How do you follow up Rob Reiner's death?
You just got to keep going. It's just like.
What if Lan is like, I finally saw Princess Bride. It was horrible.
I hated it. I saw Stand By Me. What a piece of shit.
Why do people like this movie?
Real piece of shit movie, huh?
What's that what Rob Reiner movie that Roger Ebert hated? Oh god, what's the Rob? There's North. Rob Reiner's North. It apparently set the record for the amount of times Roger Ebert has said hated in a single review.
That's awesome.
This was a crossword clue recently. That's why I remember it. So rest in peace, Rob Reiner. You know what? I'll follow Salt in talking about something that wasn't from this year that I did engage with this year that I wouldn't recommend. And it's a manga called Thunder 3. I don't know if you guys have heard of this.
I have heard of this
Thunder
somehow.
No, I have no idea.
Because I probably posted about the trade dress, because the trade dress actually looks fantastic. It's an unfortunate case of being catfished, perhaps judging a book by its cover even.
Okay.
I know, in the most literal sense, that's really what it was. Let me grab y'all a look at what the front cover of this, because it like the premise seemed interesting to me. That being, what if you took a bunch of Crayon Shin-chan characters and you put them in a serious manga world, right? And Shin-chan, it's it's not everyone's taste, it's an acquired taste, but I've enjoyed my fair share of Shin-chan media. So I thought, hey, you know what? Putting Shin-chan in Metal Gear Solid, that seems like it could be fun. And then I read the manga, and have you guys heard of the manga Gantz?
Yeah.
I think I saw the movie.
Yeah, so imagine my shock when I was tricked into reading Gantz when I opened the pages of this book. So to start, the Shin-chan bits aren't great. They're really rote. They're not funny in any regard. And then, you get over to the Gantz world, right? Because the whole thing about this is the Shin-chan-esque characters jump through a screen into a more realistic world where they have like superhuman powers, right? They're basically invincible in this world. And it was going fine until it got to the weird, vaguely racist bits. And that's when it was weird. Because so here's the thing. In this other world where they're invincible, there are aliens, and the aliens have assimilated into society. So they came one day, and people just started living alongside them. But then you start hearing about how, because ever since the aliens came, grocery stores are getting out of stock more often. There are crimes that are happening that aren't being reported because the people perpetrating them are aliens. There's a whole bit where, one of the aliens tries to get one of the humans to prostrate themselves in front of them. And it all came across to me as the kind of nationalist propaganda that I hear come out of Japan these days. They're here. They're the reason why our resources are running out. They don't know how to interact with our own society. They're not fitting in. We're forced to kowtow to their demands. Basically, the aliens are a stand-in for the Chinese, the Koreans, and all other people, all other immigrants to Japan. And that left a really sour taste in my mouth. So, on top of being a really boring book, it's a really boring book with very dog whistly racist politics. So I immediately after I finished that first volume, I put it up for sale.
Nice.
I
want to profit off of this.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I suffered, I have to profit off. I need money for my suffering.
Yeah. So true. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I think the lesson here is don't always judge a book by its cover. A very novel concept, but in this case, it is the most literal case of not judging a book by its cover. Yeah. It's not a good book. It's got fantastic trade design. Whoever did the trade design for this book, A1, you fooled me. You got me.
Yeah, it looks good. I feel like it would look
good.
weird, and it particularly like jump off as a manga sized book. Like you pull it out and you go, oh wow, like it looks like a movie poster.
It reminds me
in the small size.
Oh, sorry, Keegan.
I was done. That's fine.
Oh, it reminds me of how that one editing studio started to get a lot of work around the time of the first Suicide Squad, because their whole thing was like, we'll make your movie look more fun.
We can make a sick trailer that people are gonna click on. Like people will. This is a very clickable trailer.
Yeah. But that's my anti-recommendation from last year that I experienced this year.
That's helpful. Man.
I guess that brings us back to you, Keegan.
All right. Well, we finished the first round, which means it's time for a freezer vodka sip. So,
let's take a regular water sip.
I'll take a water sip in solidarity.
There we go. Drink one done. And here's my Dr. Pepper opening. Not sure if it got caught. All right. My next one is kind of two.
Okay.
It's kind of two, and I'll explain it. Because the real pick is Peacemaker Season 2. Which I forgot came out.
Peacemaker Season 2?
Peacemaker Season 2.
You watched that? You watched that?
I did. I didn't have a show. So
didn't have a show.
Peacemaker Season 2 became a dinner show, a dinner watch for, 8 or so days. We didn't have anything else. I might. The camera's not on anyway. It doesn't matter. Anyway, what's up, chat? So Peacemaker Season 2, this show is like bad in a kaleidoscopic way. In a way that reminds me of a bunch of other bad things. The number one comparison, though, is the last season of Ted Lasso, actually, which is, I think the last season of Ted Lasso is so bad. It's so memorably bad because it's just a complete train wreck of like this show that was pretty enjoyable and like structurally almost perfect for 2 seasons suddenly was the most dog shit thing that anybody could ever comprehend. There's like really the drop off it should be studied. And it's not that Peacemaker drops off like that. It's that it like it executed everything that season 1 did so much worse. But the problem is that Peacemaker Season 1 isn't like outstandingly good. So season 2 is just like truly this horrendous, awful shit show that like still has these moments. It's like yes. Yeah, exactly. Like it's so bad. Peacemaker Season 2 is awful. So it's bad in this way too, that it's like, they execute everything worse than season 1. And also like conceptually it's worse. And also I don't know why it exists. Like it's this thing that exists because it feels like it's supposed to, like season 1's supposed to have a sequel. And that's really the thing. I mean,
it's also funny because of everything happening around it as well. Like the whole switch up of everything DC. Since
right.
The
multiversal, the dealing with the changes in reality and stuff like that, and that's also bad. That's also part of its badness. But it's like it struggles with needing to exist at all. It feels like it's like, oh, we needed to make a season 2, and all that's awful. And then the multiverse stuff is palatable but still bad. And the last episode is just like horrifyingly awful. But the other thing that I hate about this show is how fucking long it took to come out. Why are we doing
3
this?
years?
Pass it to someone else. Yeah, give it to someone else. I'm busy with Superman. Yeah, I'd rather you be busy with Superman than this bad show. Like, I'd rather you be busy with a 4 out of 7 Superman movie than this dog shit TV show. Like, keep doing those. Go over there and cook whatever you're cooking. Just do that. And that brings me to the 2B of this thing, which is the Batman Part 2.
Tubi. It's on Tubi.
Batman
Is
Part 2.
Peacemaker on Tubi? Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
That'll probably be on Tubi at some point. Batman Part 2, that's headed straight to Tubi in 3 years. Don't you worry.
I wish. Give it to someone else. Stop wasting my time. Why are these movies taking so goddamn long to make? Why are these TV shows taking so long to make? I'm done with this.
I'm hearing
so
Scarlett Johansson's going to be playing Catwoman now.
Whatever.
I think it's the first time she's playing a black woman.
Maybe. She's collecting them all. You know, she's just going pop. She's really upset she didn't get that trans role.
She's collecting the racial stones,
trying to make up for it.
You know what was a really weird part at the start of Peacemaker season 2 was they went out of their way to recap season 1, which is expected. But as they were recapping, they showed you the events of the last episode. And in the last episode of season 1, they had the Snyder Justice League actors portraying those heroes. They went out of their way to show you that didn't play out like that. Instead, it was Guy Gardner and Hawk Girl.
Yeah.
And what was so odd about that was it like only mattered for that episode. Like those characters showed up in that first episode and like never like they didn't impact the season in any way.
Right. It was just to
hold on before
and that's like the third thing.
Hold on
that's like the third. Go ahead.
Hold on. Salt, did you watch season 2 of Peacemaker?
Yeah.
Did I not get the memo? What the fuck?
We could have done an episode on it almost.
All right, pivot. This is a Peacemaker episode. Lan, you got to start streaming at a 2x speed while we record this episode. You'll be caught up.
Salt, are you complete on James Gunn works?
This is blowing my mind right now. This is actually blowing my fucking mind.
Is this why you hate him so much? Because you're a completionist? You're a gun.
I don't think I hate Peacemaker as much as you do, but I hated Guardians 3.
Okay.
You know what?
That's because your mind should be studied.
Thanks to this experience, I've got a 7th item on my list now. I've got a 7th item on my list.
What does that mean?
Don't worry, it's not even related to anything we just discussed. You got reminded. You knocked a memory loose.
Okay.
That's hilarious. No, actually, the synergy stuff of Peacemaker is another. It's like reminiscent of bad MCU stuff. You know, it's just like a garbage fire show. I think with like parts that were entertaining enough. But
did you read the Peacemaker comic that came out around the same time?
I read the first 2 issues,
the one by Kyle
and then
Starks?
I didn't keep reading it. Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Grab you?
And Steve Pugh.
Oh, okay.
It's more that I read too much bullshit all the time, and it was like I should wait to read it as a collection, and I didn't. So that's all. I think I will read it sometime.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay, I want to address Guy real quick.
Comics to read.
Not the HBO show he was expecting, Last of Us. I enjoyed ripping The Last of Us Part 2 up. That was something that was fun to me. Peacemaker was a slog, partly because I wasn't watching it with anybody else. Like,
no,
it was like with Kendra, but both of us were just kind of like, "Ugh, this sucks." It wasn't like a fun, "This is bad" watch.
No, hold on. Salt, did you watch The Last of Us?
No, you guys both were like,
okay,
no about it, and then
I was just wondering because it just feels like one of those things where like if I just want to make sure because it's like one of those things where both of you just end up watching it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Everything on HBO. This is what I get for not subscribing to Crave. I'm not up to date on any of this heated rivalry bullshit. I haven't seen Peacemaker. I haven't seen The Last of Us.
How dare you?
I watched The Chair Company. Bullshit. I pirated The Chair Company. I'll say it right now. I pirated The Chair Company. Fantastic show.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But yes, I am.
I gotta watch it.
It's a good show. It's a good show. The Rehearsal I also didn't watch through.
Believe
Crave
in the
or
left of us,
HBO.
though, Key. Continue believing in the left of us. We're gonna do it.
All right,
Anyway.
is it my turn again, or is
Anyway.
it Land's turn?
It's your turn again.
I don't
It's your
remember.
turn again, Salt.
Okay,
And no
I'm caught
interruptions
up.
this time. Just go for it.
Okay, I'm caught up. We're going more movies. I got 3 movies I'm gonna hit. So first one is what?
Okay, now go ahead. Sorry, I said no interruptions. So I said no interruptions. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Captain America: Brave New World. Stinky.
Okay. Wow.
I
Brave. Bold.
I know. I don't
Dave-
think I
I
need to
haven't seen it.
elaborate on that one.
No, Dave
I-
Shevlin. Dave Shevlin, friend of the pod, friend of the pod. He started. He has a letterboxd, and he followed me, and he was like, "Check out my reviews." And there's a good number of them that are the complete opposite of Salt's, and I love it. I love it so much. You don't have to elaborate on Brave New World, but I'm just shout outs to my boy Dave Shevlin, because
I'm
really
gonna
funny.
read Dave's review. What's his username?
Boomer Kuwanger
Yeah.
from Mega Man 5? Mega Man 5, I think.
I found Boomer Coomer.
Nope, that's not it.
No.
I mean,
no. A boomer, like the word boomer, and then Kuwanger spelled
K-U-W.
Kuwanger. And the picture is Jennifer Connelly.
Oh,
It was really
all
funny
right.
the week that Dave joined Letterboxd, because all of a sudden I started getting a bunch of notifications while I was at work about my
Comments.
Letterboxd. I'm
I
like,
know.
Boomer Kuwanger has liked your review of such and such. Boomer Kuwanger has
My
liked your review
email.
of such and such.
It was pushing to my
Boomer?
email. I was like, what the hell?
Boomer Kuwanger
Boomer-
gave Captain America: Brave New World 3.5 stars and started by saying, "Legit, do not get the hate.
I love him. I love his mind.
We are on different wavelengths."
The thing I realized, I've been talking to other friend of the pod, Brayson, a lot, and Brayson is gonna age into Dave Shevlin perfectly. It's going to happen, and it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
it's an
valid though,
evolution.
Salt.
It's like
Hey,
what's
Jordan.
it called? It's like Charmander and Charmeleon and Charizard. Dave's
Yes,
Charizard.
yes. Dave's
I think-
Charizard.
I think
And sometimes
Bussy's
he's
just
Mega
about to hit
Charizard.
Charmeleon. You know.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
say
so
one
that
nice
was
thing
moving along.
about Captain America: Brave New World. It was nice that Michael J. Anderson is still getting work
Mm.
Okay.
from Twin Peaks.
Yeah. And
The little guy?
Oh God, what's his face? From,
that was you. That was in my
You see what I did
Letterboxd
there?
review. Yeah,
I think
It's-
it was in my
she's-
letterbox.
Dude, she's so odd looking. That woman
She's
is
so
the oddest
weird,
looking
man.
person I've ever seen. Like, we love women on this podcast. Okay, she's Israeli though, so she doesn't count. It's phenomenal. Like, if she was in a good movie, I would be like, what an interesting looking person. But instead, she's in Brave New World. It's like, what?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's Michael J. Anderson from Twin Peaks.
It's true. It's true. It's crazy. She
All
really
right,
looks.
I'm
it's
done.
really that.
Let's turn it over to Lan. What do you got, Lan?
Shit. Okay. I guess I'll do since you did a movie. So I guess I'll do a comic. You know, round it out. It's TV show, movie, comic. My comic is Ultimate Incursion. Ultimate. Sorry, the true title is Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. I was talking about this with my comic
Damn it.
shop guy the other day. Was this on your list too?
No, I have to read it.
Oh, okay. What can I say? That's
an ugly suit.
Well, so
It's a bat.
I am someone who enjoyed the bit of Cody Ziegler's run on Miles Morales Spider-Man that I
Mhm.
have read.
That's fine.
I read up until
It was
Gang
pretty
War, and you know it's fun, decent. You know, good Miles comic, whatever. You know, not too cringe. I would say. You know, pretty with the times. And I enjoyed it. Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion is not something you need for any Ultimate thing. I'll tell you right now, if you're someone who's interested in reading any of the Ultimate comics, you could go without reading it and you would miss nothing. There's literally nothing in that comic that pertains to any of the other comics. I know Zach Davison pissed his pants about it on Blue Sky, about, the continuity and whatever. But I'll tell you right now, I'll tell you right here, it doesn't matter. You could poof that entire book out of existence and nothing would change. I think the reason why I have it on my list, though, is because I put it on my pull list for some godforsaken fucking reason this year. I don't know why I did.
Camp. It's Camp. Camp's name's on the
Camp.
cover.
Yeah.
It's Camp.
You know what? I think it was a Camp of it.
That's
but
the
you
answer.
know what? The Camp bits were nice. The Camp bits that he wrote for Janet and Hank, those bits I liked. I actually liked, and I talked about this with Ziegler at Fan Expo this year, in terms of how they wrote the book. They would literally be like a page-by-page thing, where they would just pass the book back and forth. Like, I've written this section, here, Dennis, you're going to write this next section. Dennis passes it back to Cody. Cody says, I wrote this section, and it's time to rewrite the section. And so in that, the Camp sections are fine. Not necessary by any means, but, they were fine. The bits with the Kamen Rider references and the really bad dialogue, that pissed me off. I even mentioned this in the comics channel in our Discord. I put the book down when I got to that part. And yeah, that's about it. I was thinking about this because I was making my list over the past week. Because, in my mind, I'm like, I haven't really engaged with much bad things this year. I've honestly gone out of my way to try and experience bad things as little as possible. If someone tells me something's bad, I go, that's good. It's good to know. I'm not going to. And that's probably the reason why I didn't engage with Peacemaker or The Last of Us. I heard it wasn't good. I'm like, you know what? Good enough for me. I'm not going to try it out.
Believe others.
Believe. You know what? This was a year of hope. Despite all the odds, for me, this is a year
Superman.
of belief and hope. I went into Thunder 3 with an open heart, and it fucked me up. I went into Ultimate Spider-Man. I went into Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion with an open heart, and it fucked me up.
Having an open heart and getting fucked up is the real punk rock.
So true.
Yeah.
I did. You know what?
There's actually an email in our inbox about that.
That's yeah.
Oh, can you read that?
Homies in the
very
email.
Funny.
Okay. Well, in that case, Keegan, prepare your next thing. Or you
okay.
You just say your next thing.
You know what? I remembered a new thing. Yeah. So and this is going to be a short one. This is going to be a short one because I didn't even finish this book. I was so like, I think a lot about how the other stuff that's happening in our lives set us up for enjoying art in different ways, right? And then there's expectations, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. There's just no version of me that's going to read Tom King's Batman and enjoy it. That is the worst Batman book I've ever read. I read 18 issues.
Holy shit.
I read 18 issues of it.
This.
I tried. I really tried. I had all of it.
I forgot you did
I had all of it. I was like, you know what? It's time. Again, this is the same thing of like, I did Snyder's Justice League. I can do anything, right? Like that was so boring and I didn't like much of it, but I did it and I can do this. And I've given up on Tom King's Batman multiple times and I hate it. I hate it so much. It's not good. It's not a good comic at all on any level. Yanin sucks. Finch is fine, but he also sucks. And then like it just is bad. And it's like there's a glimmer of hope toward the end of volume 3, but it's the Bane stuff is awful. I hate that book. I hate it so much. I couldn't keep going. And it was just like I gotta salt on this one. I gotta pull the rip cord and just quit because it's so bad. And like people will be like, oh, the 12 Angry Men issue toward the end. No, I don't believe you. Also, I read it and it's not that good. It's not that good.
It wasn't even towards the end. I'm pretty sure it was like immediately after the wedding.
Yeah, it was after 50.
And it was bad. It's the one where he like breaks the toilet, right?
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Right before, right before I stopped reading the book. Right before I started reading the book.
Trash comic that I couldn't even finish. It feels a little bad including it in this because I feel like I should have finished it, but no, I fucking hate that book. And also I forgot to do round 2 vodka sip, so now it's happening.
Damn.
Nice work, Keegan. Landon, do you have that email?
I have the email ready, but I'll let you go first. No interruptions. No interruptions.
No interruptions. All right. My next one is I have 2 Netflix films.
Okay. My preempting is coming to.
All right. So I'll take one of them this round. Happy Gilmore 2. Everyone involved in that knows no sense of shame, decency, or honor. We need to bring back honor. We need to bring back owing something to your society. We need to bring back the reverse, which is being exiled when you do something this morally bankrupt. I said morally because
it's no Hubie
disgusting
Halloween.
Watching
it's
so
no
many people.
Hubie Halloween.
The amount you hate this movie brings me so much joy. Like I
hate everyone involved
hatred.
With it.
This comic is.
Cody Rhodes. Wait, was Cody Rhodes in this one?
It's so good.
Was Cody Raheem Rhodes and Happy Gilmore too?
I'll put it like this. I'll forgive anyone involved and absolve them of their sins for doing, if they do a public apology. Public apology, I participated in this sham, this farce, this fake movie, and I'm sorry, then they're good. That's all they got to do. Evil movie, man. There's so much like deep fake and AI and just awful like influencers everywhere, like everything wrong with modern movies.
Oh no, the deep faking.
Yeah, so it opens up with deep fake Adam Sandler.
Oh no. It's funny because Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny had deepfaked Harrison Ford. And honestly, I was thinking while I was watching that bit of the movie, I'm like, if you really wanted to be bold, what you could have done, you could have made that an animated sequence like The Adventures of Tintin. I feel like it would have gone down way better if you did, like the photorealistic Adventures of Tintin style animated sequence for that.
That'd be so cool if movies did stuff like that. If anybody had the creativity and the drive to do anything. Yeah, and
I came up with that while sitting on my ass on my couch. Like a fucking slob.
You didn't even need freezer vodka for that.
Yeah, but you mentioned the apology letter, Salt, and it just reminded me. It knocked another memory loose. Another thing added to the list.
God damn.
Because of what Jim Lee did.
Fuck him. Yeah, that's true. Hush 2. Get it in the pile. I haven't even read it, but
okay. So that was your second movie, that was your third thing, right?
I have 2 more things. One of them's a movie.
Okay, and then that's the one I'm preempting. I already know what it is. But before we do that, I want to get to my pick. And before I do that, I want to get to this email because we were talking about the AI emails before. And I want to read this email that we got. It was clearly made with AI, based off of our recent episode, Punksgiving, which you guys should all listen to. It's a great episode. I listened. It's one of the ones I actually did listen to while editing. And it goes, the subject is, musician We Knew Nothing uses his platform to advocate for human rights. Crazy subject already. It's from one Darian Hughes. It starts, hi, Sultan Keegan. And already I'm like, there's a third guy here. Doesn't matter. It's all right. I always appreciate your ability to connect unusual dots on Midnight Grappler Animals, but your Thanksgiving episode was especially great. The discussion about being punk in the big 2-5 and how the punk scene morphs through different mediums had me thinking about how music and comic culture push boundaries together. I love the way you tied in the DIY ethos of punk with the creative rebellion seen in certain comics. Guys, I listened to the episode. I don't recall that part. But that's okay.
Yeah,
It's all right.
Keegan was saying, "I love the big 2.5," and I said, "I love the big DIY." I don't know what that voice is.
It's like almost like a ska guy. I wanted to suggest a guest who brings that kind of restless energy to everything he does. John Backer, known as We Knew Nothing. He's a Los Angeles-raised punk musician who spent 21 years living and creating in the scene, bridging pop, punk, hooks with heavier post-hardcore. His journey from backyard shows to organizing with community response crews across LA not only amplifies the spirit of boundary pushing you highlighted, but also speaks to the bigger questions you all raised about what makes punk relevant and radical today. John has over 60K engaged fans across socials and 40K monthly Spotify listeners. I guess better than us. Give them that.
We got a game recognized game.
Yeah, game recognized game. You're doing better than us at the Spotify game, unfortunately. But what sets him apart is how deeply he's woven his human rights advocacy and sharp anti-capitalist politics into both his music and his activism. His approach resonates across generations, from genre-crossing fans to politically sharp younger listeners. I think your audience would find his take on how punk unites and divides culture and politics truly compelling. Thanks for keeping the conversation fresh every episode. Darian Hughes, account manager at Growth Grabber Agency.
She growth on my grabber till I agency. I mean, we've talked about how we're gonna pivot to resist lib, and we need to do that on the episode that this guy comes on.
Yeah, that's the episode. Okay. We got to actually follow up on one of these emails and be like, you know what? I would like to talk to this guy
in a Nathan Fielder way, where we just like extremely antisocially interview someone and make them look really stupid. That's the key.
We gotta do a Finding Francis with one of these guys.
One of the greatest films of the 21st century.
That's a look behind the curtain at the kind of shit we get
emailed. So how about you guys send us good emails? You know, some of you
send us some good emails. Midnight Grappler Animals, at gmail.com.
We're trying to we're trying to game the email algorithm. You know.
Yeah. So if you're listening, if your bot is scraping this episode's transcript, midnightgrappleranimals at gmail.com. My third pick, this may be a surprise, this may even be a disappointment to some. It's Abbott Elementary Season 5. Shocker.
Wow.
Shocker. I know.
Wow.
And this
soft
is
boys across the world are dropping their mugs on the floor.
I didn't even think it would come to this, but I think I have to speak my piece. And I say this as someone who really, really loved the first 3 seasons.
You recommended it.
Of this
it
show.
Was in the Tastemakers.
I recommended it. This
3 times
was at one point, maybe even multiple points, in the Tastemakers grab bag. But this latest season, there's nothing in the tank, unfortunately. I think, I was thinking about it because we were talking about the sitcom paradigm. Many white guys on YouTube have talked about what makes sitcoms work, and which, what doesn't make sitcoms work. And, we got the big romance plot line with Janine and Gregory. That got resolved by the 3rd season. We've hit the big, the school's got something going on with it in the 4th season, which was they're building a golf course next to the school.
Yeah, we're
gentrifying, and that didn't really go anywhere. Right. And that was like whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
but it really feels more
deflation at the end of the season. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, it really does feel like a deflation because it feels like the bit before the end where Ava gets removed as the principal.
Right.
That feels like a good, we're actually doing something with the plot here,
Yeah.
And then that gets resolved within 3 episodes.
Really quickly.
Which And it's weird because you can't even blame the modern state of TV. You can't even say, "Oh, we're not sure if we're gonna get a next season," because like this show is basically guaranteed seasons.
Also, that's
I'm
an awesome
pretty sure
place to
this
end
already
on.
has a 6th season.
Anyway, that's like if you want to end it there, that's sick. Do it. If you're afraid of that,
even if you don't want to end it, even if you want to bait a comeback,
right,
that's a perfect place to bait a comeback with.
Yeah,
you can't. Right. It's like you can't cancel us. How else are you gonna know what happens with Ava? But because of the way that the sitcoms are structured these days, everything has to be resolved within the season.
Yep, status quo is gone.
So as a result, it basically resets to the status quo by the end of the season, which sets us up for this season, which has just been fine. And I think that's what pisses me off the most about it, where individual plot lines are fine, but it just, it just doesn't feel like they have the sauce anymore. And I don't know what it's going to take. It's weird. This season has the energy of a post season 7 of The Office does. Like a season 8, season 9, actually not quite season 9. Season 9 was actively awful of The Office. Season 8, I was like, yeah, it's whatever. That's how I feel about season 5. And the fact that it's season 5 it's not great. But it's fine. It's fine. So it's not even like the worst thing on my list by any means. It's just,
no. I think sometimes fine is a bigger disappointment than bad.
Yeah, that's right. It's just like
sometimes
Metroid
mid
Prime
is worse
4,
than
right,
bad. Oh, I don't know.
Sometimes it's okay. I'm enjoying Metroid Prime 4 for now. It's not on my list. Don't worry, guys. All right, Keegan, back to you.
All right, that's the end of another round. I'm gonna take a small sip. Okay, small sip of the freezer vodka.
I got no more sips to take.
Still really cold.
I ran out of my bottle. I fucked up.
Small sip. Okay.
I can't even.
This one, I'm still trying to figure out. What fully I'm trying to say, because I was trying to figure out a basketball one. Right. Last season of basketball was great. And this season just really feels like a sequel season. Like everybody's jumping right from where they were at. Feels like a lot of the playoff contenders are going crazy. Feels very good. A lot of momentum. So I was trying to figure out, because it's like Stephen A. Smith, that's a little low bar. Everybody kind of knows he sucks, right? Don't really need to say that. LeBron career was over last year. Okay.
That man's going to be a grandfather.
Smith, you suck. LeBron's going to be a grandfather. His last season was last season. That should have been his farewell tour. Probably. Luka joining was the point where it was like, you kind of got to get out of the way. Luka and Reeves are going crazy. It's fun to watch this season, but it's like, hey, you lost your 10-point streak, all that kind of stuff. Then you kind of go to the more hot takes and it's like, say Curry, but Curry is looking like an MVP some nights. And it's like, that's not really fair to say about good old Stephen Curry. So I'm settling on the most obvious answer for me, which is the LA Clippers. Fuck the LA Clippers, okay?
Oh, buddy, I've been on that wave since 2019.
I'm trying to be a hipster here, okay? I'm trying to be a hipster. LA Lakers, awful team, evil team, can't stomach enjoying their team for many reasons. And the Clippers are kind of the underdog. They're kind of the perpetual underdog, okay? Especially in LA, even across the whole West, across the whole league, like playoffs, they go in as a 5 seed and it's a slugfest with the Nuggets. The Nuggets are the team who could maybe beat OKC in the West, just in terms of, rock, paper, scissors kind of thing. And just look at the Los Angeles Clippers this year. Look at how they treat Chris Paul. Look at how they're just cratering. Okay, let's go back to Child Pornography 3. Come on. We can't be doing this to one of your boys, And they just
a very
so
sad
bad.
turn of events.
The
Just an
richest
incredibly
man
sad turn of events.
in sports ownerships. It sucks. Terrible. So, and I was just kind of jumping around, and what did I really want to say with the NBA, which I think is in a pretty healthy place. I really enjoy watching basketball every night. But it's also the kind of thing where it's like, you know what, some of these old guys do need to move on. And so it's one, the Los Angeles Clippers fucking suck. And they're evil. I hate them right now.
You know, I will say this. I'll say this. One of my favorite pastimes is calling sports teams Zionist teams.
Yeah.
For instance, the LA Dodgers.
Right.
LA Clippers also fits that by quite a significant degree.
Morally, I think it's fair to say.
The Kansas City Chiefs, who are not going to see the playoffs this year.
That's excellent.
Zionist entity, of course.
Yeah,
so in that regard, you know, the Clippers, I'm okay with, you know, I'm okay with their downfall. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm throwing them in there. And Harden, I think it's time, buddy. And I know you got more 50 balls in you, but I think it's time.
Yeah. Yeah. Salt, it's time for you and I to beef.
Well, speaking of Zionist entities, Lan, let's go off.
It's time for you and I to beef, and Jordan too. Jordan, be ready to beef in the chat, because I know what's coming. I know what's coming.
Real quick question: You're not religious, are you? Like, were you raised religious?
I was raised religious enough. You know, I grew up in a Hindu household. I still do the Hindu stuff. You know, I go to the temple every birthday, every New Year. You know, I wouldn't consider myself a heavily religious man, but you know, I try to stay away from beef. And yet,
pretend you can hear a pen writing on paper here. I'm taking notes.
Psychoanalyzing my relationship to religion here.
Interesting. Experience with religion. How unlikely.
My mother went to a Catholic school. She's not Catholic at all.
Shouts.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
you know, it's what happens. Colonial entities in the global south.
I'm just saying, your mom is probably a tough lady.
She is. Yeah. However, she did like the movie we're about to discuss.
Interesting. Furiously scribbling notes, writing smaller and smaller as I'm running out of room on the page.
Sounds like trying to like, in my mind, you're doing the Pepe Sylvia thing right now. You got like the red lines going everywhere. Canada, Sri Lanka, Hinduism, Catholicism. Josh O'Connor,
man. All right, so for those who haven't been able to piece it together, I watched new Zionist production, Wake Up Dead, man. Because you feel like you wake up dead when you're done with it, man. Ryan Johnson's new movie was a stinker.
Disagree.
Still haven't seen it, so
I liked it.
So I'm just
all right,
here.
Lan. No interruptions.
No interruptions.
No interruptions. Oh no.
No. This is Tastebreakers. I don't know if this is Tastebreakers.
Yeah.
Keegan, you're interrupting.
Well, no, I don't
like. Dialogue.
No,
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I can see exactly all the bits that you didn't like about this movie. And that's what I mean when I said preempting, right? Like, I could tell, you know, I'm like, this guy's probably watched this movie by now because it just came out like 2-3 days ago on Netflix, right? I haven't written my review for it yet on Letterboxd, but I liked it. Maybe not as much as the first one. I'm still thinking about that. However, I
am a man. I'm a man who struggles to build a sense of dignity in this America land. I will not watch an Israeli-funded movie tell me how to feel about the Catholic Church. Fuck all the way off. Fuck off.
I don't know if it tells you what to feel about the Catholic Church, because I feel like it's just as conflicted at the end as it is at the start. Like, even despite, you know, who gets away and who doesn't, I don't think it necessarily says anything definitively. In many ways, it
is very little to say about the Catholic Church, as it were.
Well, It says a lot more about spirituality, because it's a good thing you asked me about my relationship with religion, because just as there are Catholic fundamentalists and nationalists and bigots, there are quite a lot of Hindu bigots and fanatics and zealots. Zealots is the word I was looking for. And like, I could see the same parallels. Like, it's not, and I think that's why I differ on it that from you, is that, yeah, like Jordan's saying in the chat, like, it's less about a relationship to Catholicism, and really more a relationship to spirituality and religion and faith. And like, yeah, it's an easier target, both positive and negative, to do this about the Catholic Church, frankly, because the average American probably doesn't know the inner workings of a Hindu temple. But
it's very lazy though.
It.
I went to Catholic church for a decade of my life. My parents stayed in the church. Like, what I witnessed in that film is not the Catholic Church. You want to attack the Catholic Church, go off. Like, I'm not here to defend them, but like, why? Like, Ryan Johnson grew up evangelical. He says in interviews he went to churches that were, sort of like Pottery Barn type looking buildings. Like, you need to be doing that movie, and if you are compelled to do a movie about Catholicism, you should do the research about Catholicism, because this is
but
very
at that
lazy.
point you might as well just film in a mega church, right? Like, that's what First Reformed is for. Like, the thing that I'm getting. Have you seen First Reformed?
No, it's on my list though.
Okay, well, put it off a bit more, because Paul Schrader is not in a good place right now. But I think that one does a far better job than Wake Up Dead Man does, in terms of the relationship to the Catholic Church. That being said, though, and the reason why I come to these movies, is the mystery of it. And, I think that's where I think it is lesser than the first movie. Even my mom was saying the same thing.
It's a crap mystery, too.
It's not the best mystery, I'd say, but it's certainly a better mystery than the second movie, and I think it becomes less a matter of the who done it and more about the how done it, which, granted, is not. It's a good twist.
And that how done it sucked, because for people who haven't seen the movie, there's a part where Benoit Blanc says, "Well, I do declare I suspect there have been the involvement of a knife-throwing robot in these parts." And the joke is that, a knife-throwing robot, that's kind of silly. And then you find out how they actually do the murder, and it's equally preposterous.
So it's more. I mean, like, it gets to a point where it's like, this is kind of just the bread and butter of the mystery whodunit genre. Like, yeah, this is the kind of shit you'd see from Kosuke Kindaichi or Hercule Poirot. Like, the enmity, I think, and that's what I like the most, actually, is the sort of enmity between Benoit Blanc and Judd, Josh O'Connor's character, which I hadn't seen since the first movie. Like, the first movie had that sort of antagonism, which I actually really liked. And, that's why I still hold that first movie in such high regard, is like, it really plays with the idea of the detective as an interloper in a community's affairs, which, even in this case, I think that does really well. Much better than the second movie, I think. And I also realized that, like, this movie is the Ocean's 13 to Glass Onion's Ocean's 12 to Knives Out's Ocean's 11. Except the issue is that you don't really get the kind of union organizing that you got in Ocean's 13.
There's a lot of taste making that you're doing, Lan, on the Tastebreaker episode.
See, this is the issue. Is like, I was trying. I'm like, I'm trying to hold my tongue as much as I can, because I don't want to turn this into a taste. makers
Yeah,
thing.
this is supposed to be for haters, Lan. You're being
you're
being a real upper right now, dog.
Yeah, you're really yumming my yuck, Lan. Okay, I'm trying to bring the vibe down.
Yeah, we're trying to be toxic.
Listen,
not
you know,
the toxic
just 'cause of that,
positivity from you is thematic.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get in very haterly with my next. I'm gonna move one of my other picks up my list actually. Because you guys said that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say two more things about this movie.
Okay. Go ahead.
Fuck Ron Bergman. Awful Zionist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every Ryan Johnson project has happened because of him. So, and Ryan Johnson's parents giving him $500,000 for bricks. So I'm a through and through Ryan Johnson hater. It's Zionist trash.
I would like $500,000 from my parents for some brick, if you know what I mean.
Hey, whoa, wait.
Also, Ryan Johnson uses the word pwned in this movie, and my skin
people
crawled.
are using pwned these days. Pwned is back, unfortunately. Unc, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you this. My brother, his cohort, listen. They're using it. I'm telling you right now.
This is just like Gen Zers wearing Crocs. I won't accept it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
we're not doing
unfortunate,
it.
but it's true.
We're not doing it.
It's unfortunate, but it's true.
I'm taking South side. I'm taking the old man side here.
You know?
No. Don't care that's happening. It's unacceptable.
Okay, so let me
bad movie. Netflix has brought a lot of trash this year. Unfortunately, there's been some good I was gonna say there's been some good Netflix movies too. Yeah,
have there?
But we can't talk about how much I loved Frankenstein because we got to talk about stuff about
Frankenstein. Right. This is Tastebreakers. So I'm gonna move this one up my list. I was planning to keep it as my big finale. Actually, not. Yeah, it was supposed to be my finale, but I'm gonna do it now because unfortunately there was too much positivity with that last one. So I'm gonna name. And
it's a movie about religion and faith.
I'm gonna accuse number 1 Sentai Gozuger. Now,
smoke them, get them.
Here's the thing. Earlier this year, the news came out that number 1 Sentai Gozuger was going to be the last iteration of the Super Sentai series for now. And when that news came out, I remember Salt saying that he was glad because it's good that things end. You know, it's good for things to end, and it's good that it's ending, right? And in my mind, I was so pissed. Not the fact that it was ending. Not the fact that, Super Sentai was ending. Not even that Salt said anything wrong per se. I was pissed at the fact
I never do.
This was the note that it was going out on. In my mind, I was like, no, I get it. I get what you're trying to say, Salt. However, this cannot be the fucking note that this series ends on. Where do I even begin? Let's start from the start. Let's start from the beginning. Sentai has been having a fantastic run of shows since the 2020s. Ever since the 2020 show, Kira Major, it's been banger after banger after banger. Zenkaiger, banger. Dawn Brothers, banger of the bangers. King Oger, the CGI, but banger. Boom Boonger, banger. So going into this, it was a golden era for Super Sentai. And I was like, great. It's the big 5-0. They're going to round it out. It's going to be great. Kamen Rider has on average not been good over the past 5 years. If we're looking at the batting average, it's really bad, actually.
We're like a 1.5 out of 5.
I mean, even Ultraman has only started to get consistently good in the past few years. I saw 2 episodes of Ultraman Trigger and tapped out. I was there. So comparatively, Super Sentai was doing fantastic, right? So I'm like, all right, Gozuger, one more for the banger bus. And, so they announce the details and they're like, okay, Akiko Inoue is writing this. She's one of the writers of Kamen Rider Gotchard. And you know what? Her episodes of Kamen Rider Gotchard were some of the good ones in that show. I remember talking with... well, not you, because you tapped out by that point, Salt. But the other host in that show. And I remember very specifically those episodes that she wrote, good one-off episodes. So I'm like, you know what? I'll give this one a shot. Maybe it'll be good. I get to the first episode. And there's a shot of the villain's homeworld. Right? I was already tipped off. I was like, something doesn't feel right. So I screenshotted it. And I looked at it. And I immediately could tell. Damn, that is fucking AI. Gozuger is the first Super Sentai show to use AI. And I'm like, well, that's fucked up. But I guess this is just the reality we live in now. So I'm like, you know what? If the show's good, maybe, you know, I'll be able to let it slide. You know, maybe it was just this one time. Whatever. Maybe, you know, it was, I don't know. Maybe they just didn't get the episode done on time and they had to put in a fill-in. Maybe it'll be fixed for the Blu-ray, right? I watch a few episodes, you know, I'm like, all right, this is okay. I'm waiting on the Focus episode for the Yellow Ranger, because by that point, everyone else had gotten a Focus episode. Can you guess how many episodes it took for this show to give the Yellow Ranger any focus?
7.
So Salt was too high, Keegan was too low. It took 13 episodes before this character was given any sort of focus at all, before I knew anything about this character's motivations, before the show even cared to care about this character. So I was like, damn, this show is taking a long fucking time. And then it introduces the rival character, who is the brother of the Red Ranger. And I'm like, damn, this guy's kind of boring. And then it gets into the weird incesty bits. And I'm like, whoa, that's weird. And then it gets into the weird rapey bits, because the brother, who is the rival ranger, pilots an evil mech who rapes the mech of the mech that the team uses, and in the midst of that, the mech the team uses, which is being piloted by his brother. So while the evil brother, he's making all sorts of weird incestuous lines, while his mech is raping his brother's mech.
The mech?
The mech is being raped. Yes, the mech is being violated, and as a result of this violation, a third mech is born. A third mech is born. So at that point, I'm like, I don't know why I'm watching this. I don't know. You know what? I think it was because I was a fan of the Black Ranger. She's half Filipino, and I always support Filipinos.
Always support Filipinos.
Always,
that's one of the MGA rules.
Always support Filipinos.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the same rule I got for the NBA. Always support Filipinos.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Even if the Filipino in question is Rob Schneider, always support him.
Mm-hmm.
And so the show kept going, and I'm like, wow, nothing is really getting any better. You know, there's some good fights here and there, but overall, on a plot level, things are not getting better. The Sixth Ranger is introduced. I don't really give a fuck about this guy. This guy kind of sucks. His mech is the rape baby. His mech is the baby that is produced from the mech rape. And crazy. The mech baby, unfortunately, also sucks. The mech baby sucks. And then it gets to the bit with the racism. Because there's an episode, I think this is in the early 30s, where they decided to, weirdly enough, do a bunch of really racist Arabic tropes with one of the monsters. The monster is designed to look like a very racist oil money Saudi Arabian character. Let me see if I can pull this monster up.
This sounds like the worst show that's ever been made.
That being said, it is. That being said, it's probably not the worst.
Yeah, like
Super Sentai show.
It's not as bad as Decade,
which is the worst thing. The worst thing about it is it's not even the worst Super Sentai show, but it's the worst fucking note for this series to end on. So yes, I just posted in the chat.
Oh my god!
Yes, so this is a real monster from the show that is currently airing right now. And yeah, that was bad.
He's got like a suicide vest that's like made out of American money. That's crazy.
Yes.
What is happening?
All the while, they continue to use AI. One of the designers admits to using AI in the design process when coming up with the designs for some of the villains. And I'm like, wow, this is getting real fucking bad. How could things possibly get worse? And then they fire the Filipina.
Oh, I knew about this part.
Yeah, so it came out recently that... So there was a whole bit back in August. There were some really shitty tabloid rumors about... I don't even get... Anyways, they're trying to disparage her, right? And honestly, it's pretty obvious why. She's a mixed race actress working at a time where virulent nationalist Japanese racism is at an all-time high, right? It's very clear why tabloids go after. So that was already bad enough. I'm like, oh god, it's already bad enough that she, as a character, she doesn't get much focus in the show. But now her actress has to deal with this shit. And then in October, an announcement's made that she's being cut from the show. Well, not even cut from, the character's not being cut. The actress is being cut from the show because of underage drinking. Granted, she is 19. The legal drinking age there is 20. She turns 20 in 4 months. At that point, it was 4 months. Right? And at that point, you're like, there's no way it's the underage drinking. There's absolutely no way it's the underage drinking. Because there's no fucking way that that's the reason why you would upend your entire fucking production to do this shit, right? So that happens. And you're like, wow, this fucking sucks. But clearly Toei didn't get this message either. It was the agency that sent out this message that she was being cut. So then at the 37th episode of the show, they suddenly had to recut 3 episodes in a row while they were trying to find a replacement for her. So episode 37, 38, and 39 are all chopped to shit because they're trying to account for the fact that they literally legally cannot show their Black Ranger because of some bullshit that they themselves were also responsible for. Because frankly, the working conditions... this is something that's been the case since even Shinkendra, the 2009 season, where the Red Ranger literally could not afford to eat because of the working conditions and the whole agency system. It's a whole systemic issue. So yeah, 3 episodes that are chopped to shit, awful. And then they announced their replacement, and the replacement actress is the actress who played the Yellow Ranger in Dawn Brothers. And that felt so hollow to me, because it really felt like, oh, remember her? Remember how you guys loved her? Remember this actress who you all loved from the season you all loved? Granted, the show's already been getting comparisons to Dawn Brothers as being a lesser Dawn Brothers. So it doesn't help that situation at all that now one of the actresses from that show is now appearing in this show as a character played by an actress who you just fired. She is also not edited into the show properly. They are green screening her into everything. So now every shot that she's in, you could tell she was green screened in. There were some reshoots, of course. However, it's been awful, and they continue to use AI, and they're 42 episodes in. There's presumably 8 episodes left of this show, with a cajillion fucking plot lines, none of which I really give a shit about. Truly, this is one of the worst ways you could possibly end a show. However, Zets is good. I'm enjoying Zets. I'm enjoying Comrade Zets. But yes, that is just a taste of just how truly awful this final year of Super Sentai has been.
Awful.
So how about that? How about
Are we out of things to hate?
No, not on my watch.
I actually
not on my
one.
I have more hate.
I did remember one of my own. So, how many is left for everybody?
I gotta go soon, so I can hear one more item from each of you. Then I gotta run.
Okay, I'll just go fast with my last 4 then.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, vodka sip, and then I have my last-ish one because I could always remember another. No, this one's pretty easy though. So this year, Ryan North was announced as the next event writer for at Marvel.
Oh damn!
He's doing a Doom event, and so I read his little Fantastic Four run, which is really solid.
Oh damn!
It's really good. I'm
sorry.
This part I'm being positive. I'm being positive.
Got a Sorry, I just got the Rob update in the chat here.
Oh damn!
That's unfortunate.
Knife.
Keep going.
What?
Keep going, Keegan. Keep going. You just gotta keep going, man.
Anyway, that's crazy. The Fantastic Four is good. It's good. It's not one of my favorites or anything like that. And I haven't even read Lee and Kirby Fantastic Four, so it's definitely not like top 5. But very readable comics, enjoyable comics, fine art, maybe even bad art sometimes, but certainly fun Fantastic Four comics. One World Under Doom is awful. It is an awful comic book. It's worse than Zdarsky's Batman, is what I'll say. It's worse than maybe any other comic I read this year. Typically, if I get past issue 3 of a book, I'm going to finish it. If the book is only 9 issues long, I'm going to read those 9 issues pretty much all the time if I get past issue 3. If I don't finish a book, it means I really didn't like it. It means like I do not have 15 minutes of my month that I will give to that comic. And I dropped One World Under Doom, I think, after issue 5. Just just bad on every level. RB Silva's art, awful. Oh,
he fell
awful.
off. I'm gonna say it right now.
He fell off
RB Silva has fallen
some time
off
ago.
a cliff.
And you're right.
It was already bad during X-Men Forever or whatever that book he did with Kieran Gillen was.
Yeah.
Awful.
It's so bad. So that was a big part of it, but also I just thought that was bad. A lot of people are like, wow, he really brought it around for issue 9. It takes you 9 issues to bring it around on an event. I'm sorry. I'm not there for it. Horrible comic that was absolutely worth dropping. I will not finish it. I will not continue reading Fantastic Four either. That's how bad One World Under Doom was. It was stupid. Really bad comic that I think Ryan North had no business writing. And if you're listening to this and you're saying, hey, it got really good. Issue 9 was really good. It ended pretty cool. You should. No, I will not be doing that. It was bad. So One World Under Doom is my next one, and
this does not bode well for Chip Zdarsky.
Whatever.
This does not bode well for Chip Zdarsky, who will be doing the unenvious task of following up to Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion next year.
It's crazy. yeah, we'll see. These 9. It was also 9 months long. This event was 9
How many babies?
months.
How many babies?
At least one. That's a whole baby. That's a whole ass baby, man.
That's a whole ass baby plus more.
So that's my last one that I just remembered.
Damn. That's your last one that you remembered. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me go through this. Mobile ad phone games. I unfortunately fell for one this year. I was
Me too.
on YouTube, and it's the one with the blocks. It's the one with the blocks. I'm moving the blocks so you can move the things out. So it's anyways, the ads pissed me so much, and I'm like, I'm smarter than this shit. I'm better than these guys. Let me do this. Went down a whole fucking rabbit hole. I spent like 3 days. I spent like a whole fucking week. I got 300 levels deep. I put that shit down because I'm like, don't do it. You know, those ads will rage bait you. You'll like, why did that guy go left when he should have gone fucking right?
I can see the answer. I can see the answer.
I see the answer. I'm smarter than the ad. You
Let
are smarter than the ad. Let me reaffirm you right now. You are smarter than the ad. Okay? You are smarter
don't be a
than the ad.
conservative and get tricked by the Thanksgiving ads that show everyone happy. No one's ever happy.
No one's ever happy. Love isn't real. All right. Just because your girlfriend makes you watch Peacemaker season 2 does not mean you have to actually watch Peacemaker season 2.
One. No.
Yeah, no.
This is a whole different situation.
Mobile game
don't
ads.
Trick people.
Don't fall for the ads. The games are not like the ads at all. Shocking, I know. Next up, Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quux.
What?
I'm not even giving it the dignity of calling it G-Cucks because it pissed me off so much.
You put it in the grab bag, in the Tastemaker's grab bag. This is another one.
And I was not finished at that point. Let me just say,
no.
by the point I was
I'm always so scared of this happening to me.
It's happened to me quite often. However, the movie is good because it's the parts of the show that are good. That is to say, the flashback sequences with Char and his gay lover Chalia Bull. Great movie. However, the movie is not the show. And the show fucks up the movie. It cuts up the movie in some really bullshit ways where parts of the movie don't even happen until the 7th episode of the show. And you're like, why? And then you realize, oh, this is just the creators doing their own fanfic of the original series. Mech designs are okay.
Damn.
The mech designs are good. Half the time, I don't even remember half the fucking mechs in the show. I put in 6 pre-orders for G-Quux model kits. Didn't even know what they were going to look like. Every time they get announced, I'm like, wow, I forgot that fucking mech was in the show. I'm glad I picked it up, though. I'm glad I pre-ordered it, though. I guess I'm getting it. I went into my model kit shop. I went into my model kit shop in October, right? And I'm like, I'm picking up one order. It's a real grade God Gundam that I pre-ordered. Or sorry, no, it's the Shining Gundam. I'm like, great. I'm picking up one thing today. My hobby shop guy says, hey, there's also 5 G-Quux pre-orders that you also need to pick up today. They came in. I forgot to tell you about them, but you also have to pick them up. So now I have like 6 G-Quux kits sitting in my closet right now, unbuilt, because I don't have time to build them right now. They're just sitting there. I'm like, wow, sure would be nice if I could build these things, huh? But every time I look at them, I remember how disappointed I was in G-Quux, and I'm like, fuck.
That's crazy.
Good mechs, though. I don't remember half of them, but good mechs. Next up, Reacher Season 2. Sorry to...
I agree.
To burst the bubble. We did not actually do an episode on Reacher Season 2. The story there is that we were going to do...
Why would you say that?
No. I'm sorry, but Santa's... Listen, it's the season where parents tell kids about Santa. And I have to tell you, we didn't actually do an episode on Reacher Season 2.
We did.
We were gonna...
It's so bad.
We were gonna. And
it's
then
really
I watched
bad.
the season.
It's super bootlicky. It's not entertaining.
It's not entertaining
really
like
romance.
the first season was either.
Yeah.
The thing is, the first season, even at its worst, was really fucking entertaining. I loved it. This season is sloppy, just very sloppy. And I put it off because I was going to read the novel that it was based on. I got one chapter into the novel, honestly, and then I returned it to the library.
We didn't do that episode is you didn't read that fucking book. That's really why. Because
that's the main reason we put it off. Yeah.
Nah, we would have done it. I think we had enough steam. I think we would have just done it.
Yeah, so that's my third one. And then my fourth one's going to be Deadpool Batman. I didn't pick it up. I didn't pick up either of them. But I did read the Marvel one. Yeah,
that's
what is there to say that hasn't been said already? This industry needs to fucking crash already. I said it jokingly. I said it jokingly to my LCS guy, and he looked at me with the saddest look I've ever seen in my entire life, and I felt so bad. I'm like, I shouldn't have, even as a joke, I probably shouldn't have said that. He looked at me like I just shot his dog. You know? And I get it. He knows. He is in agreement with me that the speculators are ruining the market, right? He agrees with, a lot of the takes that I have about the market, but he looked so disappointed when I said, man, I sure wish the industry could fucking crash already. And I felt bad. And because I felt bad, I put that blame on Deadpool Batman, which is a book that makes me feel that. Now, the real reason why is because the DC side, I forget if DC is the one that did Batman Deadpool or if it's Deadpool Batman. Anyway, awful naming scheme. Salt, I'm sure you're aware of the Deadpool Batman crossover, but did you know that there are 2 books in this crossover, and one is named Deadpool Batman and the other one's named Batman Deadpool?
Disgusting. Yes, and
you know what's great though is that confusion trickled down to the idiot fucking comic readers.
Really, the dumbest people.
The dumbest motherfuckers on earth. And as a result, the second issue, honestly, the one that DC published, tanked sales.
I'm sorry. You're telling me, like honestly, that naming scheme isn't that insane either, right? Like, hey, part one of of the crossover is Deadpool Batman, and part two is Batman Deadpool. That's not like, it's pretty stupid, but it's not like
stupid because I can't remember which one was which.
I think it's a thing that you can like go, okay, yeah. Like I think the Deadpool one's got to be the Marvel one, and the Batman one's got to be the DC one,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
Probably.
Chat, let us know. Let us know if
Well,
we're wrong.
like,
If we're wrong, that just proves proves all those
also,
stupid comic readers.
Weren't
right.
they a month apart? So like
they were 2 months
which
apart.
I guess,
Actually,
you know, the whole
Marvel one
this
was
might
in
be a second
September.
printing. It's so funny that people are so dumb. I mean, and even then,
it
that's
was
kind
so
of a theory,
bad.
but like,
and the reason why
so
I thought about this is because you mentioned the apology thing. Because Jim Lee actually had to put out an apology to comic shops about how bad a blunder the DC side of it was.
He should be apologizing every day of his life, though.
He should be. He should be hung up by his toes and forced to apologize for every bad business decision he's made over the past 27 years.
I don't think we should be doing physical threats.
As a joke in Fortnite. Don't worry, Jim Lee Fortnite collab coming soon. We got Kim Kardashian. Jim Lee's next.
In Mind Night.
Don't worry. We got Playboy Cardi in Fortnite. We got Kim Kardashian in Fortnite. Next up, Jim Lee. Trust me, guys. And that Jim Lee, I'm telling you right now, we're pushing him up. We're pushing him off the battle bus.
All right. On that note, I gotta go.
That's the episode, folks.
That's the episode.
That's the episode. If you Salt's already gone, but if you take any of this as an actual suggestion, actually, you know what? Now that Salt is gone, Wake Up Dead Man, go watch it.
I will be watching it at my earliest convenience.
If there's one Tastebreaker recommendation from this episode, watch Wake Up Dead Man.
It's funny because like Salt's taste does not align with mine, but it's half
Salt's
aligned
taste
with mine.
is so mercurial.
It's like that's
exactly.
It's one of those things where it's anything
like you
can make him not like a thing.
Science.
You can't. Sometimes you could be like, I know the vibe of this thing. Salt's not going to like it, but you can't explain why. It's impossible to explain why he's not going to like a thing. And so it's hilarious that it's like a complete unknown. Great, thank you. I don't have to see that movie now. I'm going to use that as an excuse. But Wake Up Dead Man, I'm like,
I should have said
disregard.
This when he actually. I should have said this when he actually mentioned a complete unknown. It's one of those things where like only Salt would have the thought to watch a complete unknown. You know, me personally, I saw Complete Unknown. And I'm like, probably never gonna watch that. Salt, I could see him watching that, and then
so that's really funny. I hope he watches Marty. I hope he watches Marty Supreme, and he's like, "This is the best movie of the year." That's what I'm hoping happens.
You know, my no fear moment for this year is Salt finally getting around to watching one battle after another.
I don't want you to say that.
I'm knocking on wood right now.
He's gonna not like it. I'm shooting that shot right now.
In my mind, I'm preempting
turning
it
around.
Right now.
I don't know if the GIF is the ball going in or out. Okay, but I'm saying right now, Salt is gonna give one battle after another, a 1.5
star
tops.
after another.
Yes, exactly. It's not gonna get a good review from him, and I'm prepared for that to happen.
Mentally, I'm preparing myself for this. Yes,
you know,
yes.
I gave the Master 3 stars. I was wrong for it, and I'll rewatch it and give it 5 at some point. So you know, it's just him. It's just his. You know what? I'm surprised he didn't say Tarantino on this call. I'm surprised he didn't say Quentin Tarantino. Maybe
next week during our game show. Folks in the chat, was this a good time? Like, and not the episode itself. I don't give a shit if you like this episode or not. The time in which we're recording this, was this a good time? Because for next week, when we do our game show, we would like as many people viewing as possible. And we also need a third person. I realize that I can't just do Keegan and Salt. I need a third person because this is going to be Jeopardy style.
It's too late. Yeah. I think
an hour
it's probably
earlier would work
late.
better. Okay. You know, I can arrange for that. I can arrange for
It's that I think 6 is a good time to be talking, but
getting in at 5.
8 is not a time to be ending. Is the real thing. Is what I would say. For me,
Yeah,
right? We're talking about Pacific time
Wow,
because I'm
listen.
the most important person in the world.
Right, yeah. Okay, so 5 p.m. next week. That's what, December 21st. We'll be doing
Sunday?
our annual. It is a
Okay.
Sunday. We'll be doing our annual game show of the year. However, this year it's going to be Jeopardy style. So take some time to reminisce on all the things that you saw this year in culture, in movies, and video games, and everything. Because there's going to be a question on everything. All right, even the Pope, even both of the popes. There's going to be questions on all of it. So tune in next week. And you know what? Thank you for everyone that showed up for this recording.
Yeah, shouts.
Thank you to you, the viewer of this episode. And as always,
keep on grappling.
Yeah, it just doesn't hit the same when it's just you, huh?
It's not right. It's not good.
It's not right. It's okay. Next week when we have 3 players, it's gonna be great.